filmfestivalcircuit.com and the director of the Austin Comedy Film Festival. We have Austin Comedy Film Festival Fall 2022 coming up on November the 8th. We're excited to screen all kinds of films and videos, everything from comedy films to funny music videos to comedy series pilots, to dark comedy, sketch comedy, you name it, every flavor of comedy you can think of. And also my most copied category is the horror comedy category. And we have a film that has been nominated for the Best Horror Comedy Film Award. It is Uncle Arthur's Ashes. And we're here with director Julia Lyons to talk about it. Hi, Julia.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. Congrats on your award nomination.
Thank you.
Your team did a great job.
We're excited. I have to share that this is the first film festival that's not contractually obligated to show our film. We've done mostly the film races in the past, and if you turn it in on time, they're contractually obligated to show it, no matter how bad it is.
Oh no! Well, we love it. We love horror comedy, and it's actually really popular at our partner event, the Oregon Screams Horror Film Festival, as well. You have to check that one out. It's very, very horror oriented, but we love the comedies that mix it up between all of the people getting hatcheted to death and being eaten by creatures or whatever. It's always good to mix it up with a little comedy, lighten it up.
Yeah. That's our jam, Austin, is slapstick horror.
it is, and it's fun, though. It's really fun.
It is.
It fits the Austin comedy lineup really well. Nothing like it at all. And I don't want to give away the story. I'm bad at giving away too much of the story. So please, can you put the synopsis in your own words?
So it's kind of a rom-com horror comedy mashup. It's a young couple, and they're a really cute and quirky couple, and the husband just has a problem with bringing home crazy stuff, and he brings home an urn of ashes, and then mayhem ensues, and they learn a few life lessons along the way.
All right. A mashup of I'm not coming up with a horror comedy horror romantic. That's not going to work. But definitely for your film, that's why it sets it apart from so many others. So, I got to ask you creatively. You mentioned some of the competitions or the contractual obligations. How did this come about? What was your motivation to make this film?
Well, this was another 48-hour film project. So we did it for the 48-hour, and we were really, really hoping to get one of the horror genres. We always love getting horror comedy or something like that. And we always like to add a little element of horror in there. And so we got it, and we were excited because this is a story I'd wanted to tell for a really long time. A friend of mine used to tell this story, and she swore it was true. And she swore it was her and her husband. It had happened to them, really had happened to them. And, it might have, she had a tendency to embellish the truth just a little bit. But it was a story that, when she told me, I said, that needs to be a movie. We need to make a movie out of it. And so we got the opportunity, and we forged ahead and made the film.
Here it is. All right. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, there's a lot of time pressure and time constraints in making those films and those type of competitions. Can you talk to me about maybe any lessons learned during production?
Every time we learn a lesson. This one, we learned to have a backup for the backup for the backup for editing. We had nothing but problems with the editing step. Laptops dying, Wi-Fi going out, Adobe not wanting to cooperate, all those things. And so we, really worked at it and tried to make it work. But yeah, we need the backups to the backups to the backups. And having somebody on set who has strong technical abilities to fix all of that. So those were our lessons learned this time.
All right. I can see that. Well, what do you have planned for the future? What's next for you?
We have about 3 short film scripts ready. We've got 3 screenplays ready that we're trying to get everybody coordinated for, and find locations and shoot, and do all of this with no money. So, we're going to be asking for everybody's volunteer efforts here. But we've got those ready to go. We're working on 2 or 3 more screenplays. So we're really just sort of saying that we want to make the thing, and we're not waiting for film races to do it anymore. So we're going to do this, even though we are nothing but a troupe of dilettantes who have no idea what we're doing. But that's really the best way, I think. Just go in there, stomping in there, and make a mess of it, and embrace the suck.
Sounds good. A very military term there. All right. Well, good stuff. Well, best of luck on those things. Is there anything that you want to add before we go?
Yep, we really want to thank the judges in Oregon. Again, they weren't contractually obligated, and they actually voluntarily chose our film. So we want to thank them a lot.
Yeah.
And then I do want to explain one of the tiny little bits in our film that makes it really, really unique. And
Sure.
I think that we possibly have the only actor to appear posthumously, and I mean appear as an actor posthumously in this film. And this was a dear friend of ours and a member of our little troupe. And she passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, no.
And she appears in the film. She is Uncle Arthur's ashes.
Oh, my goodness. That is a great story. That's a great story.
Yeah, it was our final way to include her in one of our films. And so everybody thinks it's a little creepy, a little macabre, and we're like, yeah, that's the point.
Wow.
So.
That's a heck of a contribution. But that's a way of honoring someone too. So that's really special. Well, she'll always be forever associated with this film. So good job.
Yes, she will.
And it's been a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.